good morning, everybody. I'm just loading up my truck. I'm going over to my my overgrown yard project. I'm just still sitting in my driveway here, but I'm heading over there to do some trash runs today. The daughter's helping the father, and they've cleared out some stuff out of the house and out of the storage. The storage shops out back, the sheds, I'm trying to say. Sorry, it's early. And they've got some trash bags piled up, and she asked me, what do you think we should do? And I said, leave them right there and I'll go dump them for you. I don't have a problem with that. That's fine. Besides, I love driving my new truck. So my plan today is to try to get 2 loads of stuff out of there that they don't want, especially those mattresses and stuff, and anything on the front porch and the back deck that I haven't picked up yet. And then hopefully get over there tomorrow, the next day, and do some cutting and chipping. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start driving and head over to the project house, and then we'll be good to go. Let me, trailer connected. Okay, there we go. All right, so here we go. It's a kind of a damp morning. I think I said 37 degrees when I was sitting in my driveway, but went back between these 2 shops to get a bunch of these old flower pots. And so do we remember this? Remember when it started? That's the end of the driveway and the gate leading into the backyard. Yep, that's before I started clearing it out. That's amazing how overgrown it got that quickly. But anyway, yeah, there's a lot of plastic and flower pots and different things laying around, so I just kind of scooped up some of those things. Most of them were embedded in the ground, kind of buried in it a little bit, so I just started pulling them out and throw them in the trailer and bring them over the dump. I've got a couple little trees between those shops too. I got to get. I didn't get them yet. I got the ones right in the front, but I didn't get the ones in between the 2 buildings there, which I will. So anyway, it's it's not really bad stuff. It's not really a bad mess. It's just stuff that was back there, and over time it got taken over by weeds and vines and stuff. So we'll go ahead and clean it out. All these trash bags are piled up here, and it's not trash like, garbage and stuff like that. It's things that they're getting rid of, and I don't know, but I'm assuming maybe some stuff that belonged to the man's wife. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's not like garbage trash. Just probably books and papers and stuff like that, but. So I don't have a problem bringing this stuff over. It doesn't cost anything. Even if it did, it would only be nominal. So I told him just stick them outside there, and I'd go ahead and scoop them up and bring them over. Hey, I'm retired. What else have I got to do? Besides going to there's 2 different dumps that I can go to. One of them is the actual landfill, and you'll see that today. But they have a section of the landfill that you drive up on a ramp and dump stuff in dumpsters, which is nice because I can back the trailer right up to it, open the gate, just walk to the gate to the dumpster and throw stuff out. And then we have transfer stations around the county. There's one close to my house. It's about 6-7 miles away. Well, maybe not that much, but anyway, it's up the road some. And those are, they have dumpsters and storage bins, and you just bring your stuff up, and you got to pull it out of your vehicle and throw it in there. It's a little bit more crowded. It's more for people like on Saturday mornings. They go and get rid of stuff they don't want from their garage and that kind of stuff. It's easier for me to go to the landfill area, especially when I have yard waste, tree limbs and stuff like that. Those go way out in the back 40 of the landfill, but where I'm bringing this stuff is right near the entrance. You go in, you weigh, They drive up on the ramp, you dump stuff, and you weigh in the way out. So it's pretty efficient. They keep it clean. It's it's easy in, easy out. So that's where I prefer to go, as opposed to going to the little transfer station. I'll go up to the transfer station every now and then, with stuff from the house. Like our trash and recyclables gets collected by the roadside, because I'm just inside the city limits, so my city taxes allow me to put cardboard and recyclable stuff in one bin, and then household garbage in another. But sometimes I get some boxes of stuff that I ordered, and I kind of let them sit around for a while, and I just take them, throw them in the back of the truck, and bring them up there. Anyway, I didn't have the inspector with me on this trip. I meant to tell you right away, but he had to go. He had his annual examination, and he had to have a couple other tests and things done. They had to sedate him a little bit. He was the poor guy. My wife and I were. He's usually wide open. I mean, he really is, especially when he goes to the vet. Dr. Wilder, who the veterinarian, called me, and I said, how's Hopper? And he goes, oh, he's doing great. He's wide open as usual. So, but they had to sedate him a little bit to really get his nails ground down good, and then do some other tests. So, plus with dogs, they do that anal sac suppression, which I'm not exactly sure what that is, but he doesn't respond too well to that. He's usually 2 or 3 days before he's, feeling better. So he's been kind of moping around the house. He's eating and drinking, but, he's very quiet. So we enjoyed the 2 days like that. Usually he's wide open in here. But anyway, I didn't bring him along. I didn't want him to get all wound up and get all excited out in the truck and all that stuff. So I let him rest. That's the inspector. I'll bring him on another trip. I think I'm going to bring him over there in the backyard and close the gate and let him roam through there a little bit once I get a little bit more cleaned up. He'll be fine as long as I don't... I guess if I run the mower or the chipper, he's okay. He's okay with the mower at the house. When I run the mower and use my leaf blower and stuff like that, he's fine. What he doesn't like is when I go into the shop and, maybe fire up a skill saw or the saws or something like that on my air compressors. He immediately goes in the house. I think he was fine early on. In fact, he used to lay in the shop with me when I'd go in there. I'd put a blanket down on the floor and a bowl of water, and he'd lay right in there. But I started using my nail gun, my air gun, and as soon as I did that, he took off for the house, and when he hears that air compressor, he's gone. So my wife and I talked about it. We kind of assumed that part of his abuse before we rescued him had something to do with maybe gunfire or nail guns or something like that, or some sort of sound like that. So we don't push it. We just... I just let him do what he needs to do. He'll come out if I'm working in the yard and cutting the grass and weed eating and stuff like that. But if I go near that shop, he really doesn't like it. So anyway, I'll be quiet here just for a minute, and we'll roll right along. Okay, so this is the scale leading into the landfill. They weigh you in and weigh you out, and that's how they charge. A lot of stuff I don't have to pay for because I pay county taxes also. So yard waste and stuff or construction debris I have to pay for. So there's the bins right behind me there. We'll see more of those later. So we're back for a second load. This time I'll go ahead and gather up the mattresses. When I dump those, before I do that, I just want to remember where these mattresses were, or some of them were. There's the big one leaning up against the house there, the king size mattress, and that one was right in here, as you recall. I had the brute cleaning around it. I wasn't going back there in the heat of summer. Ain't no telling what kind of critters were in there. So anyway, that thing was kind of a pain to move. I meant to on my way back here, I meant to stop at my house and pick up I've got a 2-wheel dolly that I could have just rolled that mattress over, and I forgot it. And then once I got ready to move it, I realized, oh boy. So I just kind of rolled it over there and manhandled it. I should have brought that dolly. It would have been easier. That one was heavy, and then one of the ones on the trailer was heavy, but I had a plan for that one, so it worked out good. I don't know the story of the mattresses, and I don't really care, but I think it was probably something that, maybe refurnishing bedrooms or something, and put them outside with the intention of getting rid of them quickly, and then things just got bad for the family. So again, it doesn't matter. Whatever happened. I'm sure that it was a very good reason, but I don't really care what it is, honestly. I know they wanted them out of there, and I'm sure they're glad they're gone. So at any rate, we'll just keep loading these things up. I got this one and then that little twin mattress there, which is not bad. Fairly easy to move that one. And then deal with the ones on the trailer, that old trailer. Right back in there. I'm sure y'all remember that. I wasn't even sure what was in there when I started. I mean, I knew there was a trailer in there, but I didn't know what all was on it, so there it is. It was tangled up in vines pretty good. So anyway, we got it cleared. I got to move that at some point too. It's been bent. I don't know if the axles are bent, but the trailer itself is bent. The frame. So we'll try to move it. Probably I'll put it right beside that white building there. If I can move it over there, just set it right in there once I get that cleaned up. This is an old piece of fence section. I assume it was. They had dogs. I assume it was a dog kennel at one point. But the chain link there, I'm going to use that to kind of drag this ground when I get all done and get everything cleared out. Just kind of scuff it up, and that'll also help pick up any small debris and pile it up, and I can just get rid of that. But these mattresses on here were pretty nasty. There's old chair sitting there too. I didn't get that on this load. I'll get it next time when I go to the dump. I think the Air Force is coming by here in just a second. I'll let them do their thing. I think if you go to my my home page on YouTube, I did a video of a drive-through of Seymour Johnson Air Force Base. I think I got some planes in that video, but I'm not sure. If not, before I'll try to get over there and get some good shots of the F-15s flying out Indian. Pretty interesting. I've always loved watching them anyway. Always. Because I used to work on them. I used to work on the F-4s, as I said earlier, and the F-16s. So I enjoy the aircraft. It is the Air Force. That's what we do. So I'm just kind of piling some stuff up against that shop there. I got to move that blue mattress to the right, and it was waterlogged. It was heavier than that other king size thick mattress. To be honest, it was really waterlogged, soaked. So I had a. Plus, I had some dirt on it. I had a plan to move that, which you'll see here in just a bit. I always like to mention, if you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. I've got several videos of this one property. There was an awful lot of work, and I did it alone. And the reason there's so many videos is there's so many days working here, and I don't work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. I'm 70 years old and retired, so I may get over here a couple days a week and work 2 or 3 hours. I prefer the heat. I don't like the cold as much. So if you're new to the channel, that's the reason there's so many videos. This was a disabled Air Force veteran who had fallen on some hard times. His family, and man lost his wife 4 days before Christmas. She had Alzheimer's. Bad, advanced. So someone led me to this property, and I said I'd clean it up for him, and that's what I'm doing. It's taking a while, and I told him when I started, I said if this, he didn't ask for me to do it. I offered. He was kind of taken aback a little bit, like, what's the catch, But I said no, that's just what I do. I'll put it on YouTube. I said, I just want you to be aware that it's not going to get finished in 3-4 days or a week. I'm talking months, because like I said, I'm retired, so I don't, I'm not going to work 5 days a week doing stuff like this. I am 70, and I've got some I got other things to do too around my house. So. But I also told them that once I get it all done, we're gonna see what we're gonna do with if we're gonna grow some grass or whatever. But I told them that I would maintain the place, for the next year. Come over and make sure it's weed eated, and cut, and if there's anything growing, stuff like that. So. All right, about to end, folks. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you on the next video.